35-25, long pass to Chambers and behind the back.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams? I guess
KJ to Chambers. Jam!
40 points in the first half for Tom Chambers.
Chambers with 60 points.
Chambers to win the game. He's got it.
Welcome back to Tom Chambers' Greatest Games. In this episode, we go back to April 1990 with the Phoenix Suns playing the Los Angeles Clippers. With the Suns looking to earn their 50th win of the season, and Chambers coming off of a disappointing performance in a loss against the Lakers the night before, the Suns were motivated to redeem themselves, and Chambers was on a mission. Chambers was hot from the start, pouring in 22 points in the first quarter and sending a clear message that he was out for redemption. Chambers would finish with an easy 33 points and be named player of the game. And in his post-game interview, he would graciously compliment the play of the Clippers players while remaining humble about his own play and the Suns' successes. So let's go back to April 7th, 1990. The Phoenix Suns at the Los Angeles Clippers.
Seventh season out of Tom Chambers, Kurt Rambis will be the starting forwards for Coach Cotton Fitzsimmons. Mark West will be at center. Of course, Chambers out of Utah, Rambis out of Santa Clara, Mark West from Old Dominion, and backcourt will be Kevin Johnson, the third-year guard from Cal, the University of California, and Mike McGee in his ninth year from the University of Michigan. The 6'5" guard will be getting the start for the Suns here again in this ball game. In this ball game tonight, the fourth meeting of the season between these two ball clubs, and the Suns have won the previous three. Charles Smith. He is a good one. We've talked about him a lot out of Pittsburgh. In his second year, 6'10", 238-pounder, and Ken Norman is going to be in that starting unit. He didn't come out and warm up a lot, said he had a bruised hip, but he's in that starting unit out of Illinois. Then the big guy, Benoit, the 7-foot, 260-pounder from Creighton in his fifth NBA season, coming off that 20-point, 22-rebound performance against the Portland Trail Blazers last night. And backcourt will be Tom Garrick. Garrick played collegiately at Rhode Island. This is his second year, 6'2", 195. And then the young man Jude and I talked about earlier, Jeff Martin, the first-year player from Murray State, 6'5", 195. The head coach here is Don Casey.
You know, Al, it's tough when the band outnumbers the fans in the stands here at the sports arena.
It's a late crowd.
Yeah, late crowd. That's got to be
late crowd coming in. Benjamin will jump center for the Clippers. Mark West for the Suns. Hope you can stay with us for a big night of NBA action. And the ball's knocked to the backcourt of the Clippers, and it'll be controlled by the LA Clippers. Tom Garrick up out of backcourt. He'll be met defensively immediately by Kevin Johnson. Garrick swings over to the left side. Looks low now. Rifles it into Benjamin. Trouble handling it. Gets it. Goes low to Smith. His layup good. Counted, and he's fouled. Nice ball movement inside. The foul will be on Chambers. Into Kevin Johnson. Comes around behind a Chambers screen. Back to Tom in front. 20-footer straight away. Looks good. Is good.
Tom Chambers out to prove something. I think he was a little disappointed last night against the Lakers. Looked for him to go gangbusters early on.
Well, I think we all realized that when we got on the team bus at the hotel to come over tonight. The first guy on the bus was TC, Tom Chambers. He's ready to go. Filling in for Dick Van Arsdale. Chambers out front down to Rambis. Rambis starts in the lane. Back to Chambers. His drive on Kent Norman. All the way to the hoop for a jam. Count it. And he's fouled. And that's Tom Chambers going to work.
Now, good rotation off the two-man game. You can see how KJ and Chambers, of course, sized up on the wing. Chambers takes the drive right down the hoop, off the pass from Rambis this time. So it was a little bit of a different variation off the two-man game. Opened up the lane for Tom to drive to the hoop.
And Charles Smith reaching in as Chambers goes by, picks up the foul. Chambers an 86% free throw shooter, the Suns' leading scorer. In fact, the number 4 scorer in all of the NBA. Puts the free throw up and gets it. So Chambers with a couple of hoops and a free throw to go long. And the Suns put on some defensive pressure now, leading 7-5. Make sure the official score had Rambis. Suns have the ball back, following the foul. Here's Chambers on the drive, running left-hander right to the hoop, and he scores it.
Great first step again. He's out to prove something tonight.
7 points for TC Tom Chambers. Now Norman sets up on the right side. He's going to take the jump shot from there, 18 feet away, won't get it. Rebound hauled down by Kevin Johnson as the Suns lead by 2, 11-9. Now to McGee. McGee on the drive to the hoop. His shot's rejected by Benjamin, was saved by Kevin Johnson. To Chambers. Shoot a 3. Shazam! He gets it.
Beautiful. Again, inside, outside, Chambers scores.
10 points for Chambers.
You know, this is the guy that they say Jekyll and Hyde. When he plays good, he looks like an all-star, but he's been up and down his whole career.
14-11 the Suns. Chambers again missed the baseline jumper over Norman, but Norman hacks him. He'll pick up the foul on Ken Norman. Norman was upset with that call, and he's going to get hit with a technical foul, so they'll pull the players away, and Chambers will also shoot the technical.
You know, one thing that's impressive about the Clippers here tonight, normally at this part of the season, they mail it in, but they're playing with a little bit of hard aggressiveness and trying to get that 30 win here. But I am impressed with the heart. They're not in any kind of playoff contention, and yet they're playing very hard so far.
Here's the technical free throw by Chambers that is good, and Danny Manning is going to make his first appearance of the night for the LA Clippers. Certainly, you'd have to say what a fantastic collegiate career this young man had at Kansas.
And then it's that snake pit problem. Harper out. Of course, Manning had that massive knee injury, reconstructive surgery. But really is a guy who can play more like a small forward. Great jumper, goes to the hoop well, and one of the higher shooting percentages right now in the league.
He's a good one, has a very heavy brace on that right knee. Here's Chambers' next free throw. Good, so he could wind up with a three-point play in an unusual manner. He shot the technical free throw and hit it. Now his first of two goes, and Chambers waits again at the free throw line. 7 minutes, 54 seconds left here in the opening quarter at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles. Next free throw won't fall. Rebound Charles Smith, and he'll quickly get it to Garrick. Down to Danny Manning. So far in this season series, Smith in front. Nice pass in for Benjamin. He jams it. Well, Charles Smith made that play with really a brilliant pass, threading the needle, getting it to the Benjamin underneath. Now to Garrick. Looks low. He's got Manning in the lane area. Works the baseline. Back the other way. Misses the lay-in. Rebound Benjamin. He'll follow with a jam. Well, it's easy to see how he had 22 rebounds last night. West with the rebound as the tempo increases in this game. Up to KJ. Now to Chambers to the hoop with the left hand. Lay it up and in.
Yeah, that's the Sun style. Transition right there. Get it out and get that quick basket.
Garrick got a backcourt down the left side. Gives to the cutting Charles Smith. All the way to the hoop for a wham, bam, slam.
Al, they're just making it too easy. Everything's coming either a dunk or a layup right now. The Suns got to tighten up defensively.
Well, the defense we saw last night against the Lakers by the Suns, we're not seeing tonight. Jeff Martin reaches in for a foul here as Chambers goes down. Winston Garland will check into the lineup for the LA Clippers, and Andrew Lang will come in for the Suns. Of course, Garland came from the Golden State Warriors here. He's a fourth-year pro from Southwest Missouri State, 6'2", 175. And as Tom Chambers goes to the free throw line, again, Andrew Lang, second year, 6'11", 260-pounder out of Arkansas in the Phoenix lineup. Chambers puts the first one up, and it is good. Clippers are over the team foul limit.
Yeah, again, we're looking at the offense right now, and Chambers has been moved out to the point. He's got a couple options: take the long jumper, drive to the hoop, or be patient and work the ball inside to Mark West. Look for him to go more to West the next couple of minutes here.
Here's the free throw by Chambers. Good. He has 16 points here in the opening quarter. With the Clippers, wraparound bounce pass goes to Charles Smith, trying to back down on Rambis. Turnaround 14-footer is going to be short. The rebound, Manning. And what a spectacular offensive rebound. Well, up one hand, jammed it through.
That front court power is there and developing every game. Very impressive.
21-20. Clippers lead here in the opening period over the Suns. Kevin Johnson goes low to Chambers. He's there, laid up and in. The pass, nice creation by KJ. Just a little lob. And Chambers got it over everybody, put it up, and he is having a spectacular opening quarter with 18 points. The Suns, Tom Chambers. We all know the Suns have been one of the top teams in the league in 1990. Detroit, the Lakers, and the Suns with the top three records since January 1. Perry comes down, stops, out on top to Chambers in the lane. Chambers back in front with the basketball to Kevin Johnson. KJ moves to his left, back to Chambers. Here's about a 20-footer, good. Chambers continues to be sensational with 20 points in the quarter.
Outstanding. He's got the touch going early.
30-27. Backcourt comes Kevin Johnson with again the Suns lead 1 point. Kevin Johnson double team, goes to Chambers, 18-footer, swoosh. So they double team KJ and they have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's the advantage. Anytime you double up KJ, somebody's going to be open. That time it was Tom.
22 for Chambers in this opening quarter. Wait for the buzzer. Here's the long pass. Martin gets it. 2 seconds. Martin's leaner. No good. The buzzer ends the first quarter. With the score here in Los Angeles, the Suns 32, the LA Clippers 29, and the second quarter coming right up. The Suns break it, get it to Marley, to Eddie Johnson, in the lane to Perry. Wham, bam, slam. Wow.
Great way to break the trap. The middle wide open on the trap. They found Perry, slam dunk.
Tim Perry got that lane open and drove right down for a whammo. 40-33 Suns, 6:43 till halftime. We'll be right back. Eddie Johnson right side, driving into the corner to the baseline, 10-footer, won't go, rebound, Andrew Lang for, you guessed it, a Lang bang. Martin with the 14-footer that's nowhere, but he gets the follow-up. It's blocked by West. Gathered him Eddie Johnson, sends him a 3-on-2 to Grant, to EJ, and he comes down and gets the easy hoop. Tom Chambers relaxing on the bench right now. Had a superb opening quarter with 22. Garrick gonna have to hurry to get a shot off, but he hurries out, launches one up from midcourt that won't go. The buzzer signifies the end of the first half. Here at the Sports Arena in Los Angeles, nobody has scored as yet here in this third quarter. And out of backcourt comes the Clippers' Tom Garrick. Garrick looks down the left side, brings the ball over on the angle left, now bounces it in the corner to Charles Smith, the fine young forward in his second year. Baseline drive, reverse layup, good. It's Ken Norman for the Clippers, goes to the baseline against Chambers, now looks in low, and with a beautiful slam dunk, young Jeff Martin. KJ starts to move right, feeds it out on top to Chambers. He'll put up a 20. This one is good.
KJ actually drawing 3 Clippers, dished it back out to the keep. Chambers hits it.
Well, Chambers had 22 in the opening quarter, did not play in the second period. He now has 24 for the ball game. Mark West is getting the jacket off. He will come in. Here's Chambers from 20. Swish! Chambers with 26. Rambis starts his drive inside, and he'll go to the hoop and score it. Good Rambis. 70-65, and both clubs running with the basketball now. Comes into Mark West. Little left-hander is rejected on a nice block by Charles Smith. Suns will still have it. 18 seconds on the shot clock. KJ still trying to move towards that baseline. Swings back the other way. Takes the ball to the hoop. A beautiful diving scoop shot is good by KJ.
He can do that to Garrick all night long. He has been.
78-70. Suns on top here. Final 3 minutes of the third quarter. Garrick right side. Push up a 15-footer. Round and off won't go. Manning tipping up. Can't get it. Manning again battles. Comes up with the ball. Excellent offensive rebound. Underneath the Benoit Benjamin, and he jams it through.
Strong kid. There's a real battle royale going on between Benjamin and Lang. They're going at it.
17 points for Benny. Suns 78, Clippers 72. We'll be right back. Ending this third quarter, they go to Garland. Garland breaks out for the Clippers, puts up about a 45-footer. Won't go. Lang with the rebound as the buzzer ends the third quarter. Scoreboard here in Clipperland shows the Suns 86, LA Clippers 80. We have the fourth quarter coming right up. But it did take some time to get it up in the offensive end for Phoenix. To Chambers. Over to Eddie Johnson. Back to Chambers. Chambers straddling the three-point line. He's forced to put it up, and he'll hit the three-pointer. Shazam! 91-84, Phoenix leading the LA Clippers. Kevin Johnson on the drive with a left-handed scoop shot. He'll score. Time running out on the shot clock to go to Manning. In underneath to Benjamin. He's got time to jam.
Danny Manning, one of the better passes. He's young in the league, but boy, can he pass. Sees the open man, Benjamin with the slam.
Gives it to Chambers. He's at three-point range. Doesn't shoot it. Out to Marley. He'll crank up a three. He's got it. Shazam! Another super shot. Back to Chambers. 6 seconds to put it up. Chambers splits the defense, and as he drives through, he's grabbed and held.
And that is, if Tom Chambers drives the hoop, you go for the ball. You go for the dribble, not for the man. But in his quest to go for the ball, he got part of Tom Chambers' arm.
And he will go to the free throw stripe here. So Charles Smith has picked up his 4th personal. And Chambers, feet spread at the line, spins the ball around. The concentration as he takes the look and puts the first attempt up, and that's good. And Chambers has scored an even 30, so he's over that season average again. Chambers waiting for his second attempt. Didn't play in the second quarter at all. Had 4 points in the third and has picked up 4 here in the fourth. Next free throw is also good. So Chambers now with 31 points for the evening. Not a bad night's work when you only play about 3 quarters.
Not too shabby.
106-93, Suns back up by 13. And by Charles Smith, but his pass is stolen back by Eddie Johnson. Over to Rambis, back to EJ, underneath Chambers, and he's fouled, and the ball was pinned against the glass as the Clippers responded defensively. Manning with the foul, and according to our records here, that should be 6 on Danny Manning, Jude.
Great passing. EJ to Marley, Marley back to EJ, EJ over to Chambers, and when you rotate the ball like that, somebody's going to be open. This time it was Chambers, and he gets the layup. Very impressive. That's what great passing and quick passing can do for you.
Well, Danny Manning up over the top, picks up his 6th personal foul. He leaves the ball game. And going to the free throw line will be Tom Chambers. So Manning is fouled out with 23 points in the ball game tonight. He leaves with 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Winston Garland in with the Clippers lineup of Ken Norman, Charles Smith, Tom Garrick, and Benoit Benjamin. TC, Tom Chambers, 7 out of 8 from the free throw line. You know he has 31 points. Give him another one. And the Suns just about have a firm grasp on this one. Leading by 11 right now. Chambers with another free throw.
The Tom Chambers smile. Watch it every time he's at the free throw line. He's got that little smile of confidence. I'm going to make this one.
And he gets them both. 108-96. Suns up by a dozen here. Well, the Suns bench seems to be relatively pleased the way things have gone here in this ball game so far. Charles Smith waiting for his second free throw attempt at the Clipper free throw line, and he gets them both. 111-100. The Phoenix lead is 11 points. Full court pressure, but on to the Clippers. Into Marley, up to KJ. Breaks out, gives to Eddie Johnson. He scores, and they break the pressure, the defensive pressure easily. Norman, always aggressive, out of backcourt. Dish off to Charles Smith, a reverse slam dunk. The fans have something to cheer about here at the Sports Arena. 4 seconds to go. It comes down to Ken Norman. The Suns will give him the field goal with a second to go. It comes to Rambis. This one is history. 115-108. That's the final. Suns win their 50th of the year. 115-108 over the LA Clippers, and they sweep the season series. Game, Tom Chambers, he got things rolling with 22 in the opening quarter, winds up with 33. And in the name of TC, Tom Chambers, a check for $250 will go to the South Tucson Lions Club. Our Suns player of the game, Tom Chambers, 33 points, 5 rebounds in 36 minutes. And again, he got things off really rolling, I thought, for the ball club in that opening period with his 22, Jude.
Now, you mentioned it. First man on the bus, first Suns to really jump out there tonight and get it going offensively. And I thought as the tone changed, especially in the second quarter, the Suns decided to crash the boards. You had Lang and West. They used 11 fouls to start banging with the big boys like Smith and Benjamin, and that turned the tide for the Suns in the second half.
Really did. So Chambers with 33 points, 24 points for KJ in his usual excellent floor game. Charles Smith led the way for the Clippers with 30. So now I guess there's something kind of sweet when you say 50 victories in an NBA season, right?
It is great. We worked hard for it, but it's nice. It's only my second time and second year with the Phoenix Suns, so I'm excited. I know the rest of the guys are excited about it.
Well, tonight was the 75th game, so there's a few more left to pad and a shot to get back at 55 wins again.
So I think things are going to be okay. We struggled last night a little bit. We played a great team. I think we're going to get back on track. We've still got a lot of good teams to play is one of the things. We can't afford to have any lapses at all because everybody we play is very competent.
Tom, I had to kid you. You were the first one on the bus as we left the hotel tonight, and you come out and get 22 points in the opening quarter. You were anxious to get here. You had that gleam in your eye.
Yeah, I was really disappointed last night. You know, I didn't play very well. Some of the guys, we had a great effort, but we struggled offensively. So I wanted to get on track right away tonight. I did that. Unfortunately, I didn't block out a whole bunch of times on Danny Manning, so I got to work on that too.
But he eventually fouled out of the game. I know Jude wants to ask you some questions. Our guest is Tom Chambers. The Suns win at 115-108, their 50th of the year, and we'll be back right after these messages. For the Suns, Tom Chambers, 11 out of 19 from the field, 2 out of 3 from three-point range, 9 of 10 from the free throw line for 33 points in 36 minutes. And Jude, not too bad of an evening for Tom Chambers tonight.
Outstanding, Tom. Going back to the first quarter, I was impressed with the Clippers and their ability to crash the boards. What did you guys do? Just become more aggressive in the second quarter? That carried the rest of the game.
That was pretty much it. We came out here very aggressively offensively. Our offense was very good, but they came right back at us, and they went for the second shots. I think they had about 14 or something in the first half. We just weren't concentrated on blocking out. We weren't working on defense like we should have been. So that was our goal in the second half, was to come out and really get after them defensively and let the offense come to us. That's one thing we usually don't have a problem with, especially with a team like this.
I want to get your impressions of Charles Smith and Benjamin. I thought for the most part they gave you a good run tonight.
Charles Smith's a very, very talented young player. He's strong, he's big, he's quick, he sees the floor well. He's going to be an all-star real soon. And Benoit Benjamin, I'll tell you what, the Clippers are just as good as Benoit plays. They can be very, very good with him playing very good, and they can be very bad with him playing bad. And the guy is really a talented player. And the whole team does a good job of coming back and taking them one game at a time.
Just final comment, Tom, and I think you would agree. A lot of times people, fans that watch the game, are surprised, for example, you come over to play the Clippers who have no They did particularly in the first half. I think you would agree, you see this type of play in the NBA because a lot of fellas are out there playing for jobs, and they're not going to go out there and just lay down, no matter whether you're looking for 50 wins and they're trying to get 30. Would you agree?
Very much so. There's become such a parity in the NBA. There's nobody out here that's a pushover, not only working hard, but every team has talent. Every team you play from the expansion teams on up can beat you on any given night. So you have to play extremely hard to beat anybody in this league nowadays.
Tom, thanks for coming out for the visit. Congratulations on our number 50. I know we want to get some more. We'll let you go and see you next time around.
Thanks, Al.
We'll be back with some final comments.